In 3 minutes or less, I'm going to explain why this unassuming field of grass was the site of some of the bloodiest fighting of the entire Battle of Gettysburg. While this field is more or less grass today, it is known as the Wheatfield, and it changed hands a total of 6 times on the second day of the Battle of Gettysburg. With the Union lines roughly 3/4 of a mile east of the peach orchard, why would General Dan Sickles have his men push forward to such a vulnerable position when he was told by the commander of the Army of the Potomac, General Meade, to hold his position of the Union line on Cemetery Ridge? On the morning of July 2nd, Sickles looked towards the Confederate lines across the battlefield. What he saw was a hill in the distance known today as the Peach Orchard, which he believed would be disastrous for the Confederates to take. Right or wrong, he ordered his men forward to the Peach Orchard, to this area, creating a kind of false left flank. This position left his men vulnerable and exposed to attacks from multiple sides. The fighting began at roughly 4:30 p.m. when Confederate General George Anderson's Georgians pushed up towards the Peach Orchard. The Union men held for roughly an hour before being forced to retreat back across the Wheatfield. Anderson's men pushed up in pursuit. However, the Union lines were quickly reinforced with several brigades, including the famed Irish Brigade. Both sides would retreat, get reinforced, then push forward a total of 6 times on July 2nd, resulting in brutal close-quarters combat that was in many cases hand-to-hand combat with bayonets. Of the over 20,000 men that fought in this area of the battlefield on July 2nd, nearly 30% fell as casualties. It is hard to say what would have occurred on the second day of the Battle of Gettysburg had General Dan Sickles not moved his men forward against the orders of General Meade, but almost certainly the men under his command would have suffered far less casualties. For his role in the Battle of Gettysburg, General Dan Sickles was not reprimanded, but rather he was rewarded with the Medal of Honor. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more American history content.